Stop. I can't talk over this. I can't talk and listen at the same time. So go. I'm just gonna turn it down. I don't want to stop it yet because I'm like vibing to it. I'm just gonna turn it down a little bit. What's up? Make date on Saturday night. We just found this track and I'm gonna keep playing it until it's not funny anymore, which was not gonna be anytime soon. Hey. Yeah. It's like my new favorite song of the year. 2022 hottest hits. Reverb going on with Ash. Thank you, Pete. What am I doing wrong? How about that? Actually, does that sound good? I'll just keep going until he tells me otherwise. It's because I'm doing fucky stuff with playing this instead of like our real music. Okay. If you've been here before, you might know us from our 2 original 5e campaigns. Songs of Creation plays Thursday nights, and we have a special announcement coming up about Songs of Creation in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned for that. We also play Artema, our 5e seafaring campaign. I don't know when we're going to be playing that again, but, once Phandelver ends, it'll probably take that spot, so yay, Saturday nights forever. In the meantime, let's go around the horn. We're missing, the tank, our talking backpack, but the rest of you guys are here, and that's good. Hey, Stone, would you like to say hi? Where can we find you? What's up?
I also stream myself from time to time, and I'm doing this.
Hey. We're so glad to have you. Thank you for being here. I think I might not have had voice streaming a second ago, but that should be fixed now too. Yeah, okay. What else we got? Jesse, hey, thanks for being here, man. Where would you like people to find you on the internet?
Yeah. Both Twitter and TikTok, Geojeverse.
Geojeverse. I love it. I was actually creeping your TikTok the other day because I remember the Mates of Fate password, and it's very funny. Marcel, thank you for being here, my friend. Where would you like people to find you on the internet?
You can find me most active on TikTok, TTTomes Guild. We are going to be starting our own Twitch stream coming up soon, and you guys are going to be helping me with my DM coming out stream here on Mates of Fate.
100%.
So awesome.
Are you ready to announce the date on that, or should they just stay tuned?
We'll announce it next week just to make sure everything is concrete.
All right.
Don't give them a definitive date. Give them one more.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
It'll be coming out sometime in the next 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
100%. All right. If you want to find out the links to our socials and stuff, you can just go to matesoffate.com. Get links to our hilarious memes on Instagram, our Twitter. We have YouTube. You can just search for Mates of Fate on YouTube, catch up on old episodes, especially if you're like, oh man, I'm about to start running Phandelver and I want to see how another DM did it. You can start at episode 1 and just watch as this campaign spiraled off the rails into something that's just barely resembling Lost Mine of Phandelver at this point. But it could probably help you up until... Probably not past the first episode, but hopefully you like it anyway. Yeah. Thanks as always to our friends at Syrinscape, and I really, really mean it this week because it's so good. It's so good this week. I am going to try and find out who this artist is and see if he's done any more nonsense like this because I appreciate it so much. It's been making me laugh all week. Okay, so we are doing something extra cool. If you've never been here, we are raising money for the Trevor Project. If you've never heard of the Trevor Project, they're an awesome organization. They've been around for more than two, I can't do this with the music going. They've been around for more than 2 decades, putting in a lot of amazing effort into crisis and suicide prevention in LGBTQ plus youth under the age 25. If you would like to make a donation, you can scan the QR code down there near the logo, or you can click the Nightbot linky link in the chat when that pops up. But donations are fun in this game because you can send one of our players a healing potion. You can send them a random potion, and none of us know what that does until after. You can cause a wild magic surge to happen. I've seen so many of those. It's not the right campaign anymore. This is just something different now because of the wild magic surges. But I think we're having fun with it. We're mostly having fun with it. It's more work than I thought it would be, but it's fun. Yeah, okay. And we're gonna get to that in a second because our friend Red Platinum made a big donation last week, so we got some goodies to divvy out when we get started. That's good, right? You guys ready to play D&D?
Absolutely.
Let's play D&D. I'm so sad. I think now I have to cut the beatboxing, and that's so sad. Do I have to?
It's my internal monologue. You can do what you want now. It's already.
I'm sorry, you have to though, but you have to.
I have to kill it?
You do. I think so.
It's not the right vibe for having just saved a bunch of small children from a life-threatening situation.
We can canonically say it's just Gundren vibing to whatever music I'm playing as we're almost back to Phandalin.
Well, how about it's situational music? All right.
Okay. Okay. I'll miss you, Jungle Bowl music in the Dino Forest. I'll miss you so much. Oh, I gotta stop it. I can't play both at once. Syrinscape is extremely intuitive. Check them out to make your game more epic. Here we go. Okay. Serious DM face now. Hey, when last we left our heroes, they were working to revive Geoje, who had just taken a full blast of an angry banshee's wail. And while out, Geoje had a vision, a visit into another plane, he doesn't know, but of a long-lost twin who warned him that wild magic was leaking through a tear between the planes, threatening to take all of the material plane if it didn't work to stop it. So our heroes brought Geoje back to consciousness and slowly began escorting their patron, Gundren Rockseeker, back to the safety of the little town of Phandalin. Just outside of town, they discovered a place along the Tribord Trail where the earth had ripped open, leaving behind a pit with walls that seemed to be something like portals, tears into different elemental planes. And trapped deep within the pit were 2 young girls from Phandalin, one Captain Glittersword and the tavern keeper's daughter, Pippa. Thinking quickly and using a mixture of bravery, gravity, and wild shapes, our heroes managed to rescue the girls from the pit, and now they find themselves on solid ground. And as the pit continues to collapse in on itself between a wall of fire and a wall of water, this is where we join you guys. And I made an elemental pit sound for you. Might be a little loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. How's that? That's what you guys have been dealing with now. Just a raging fire and a wall of rushing water all around you. So heroes, it is still too loud. It's still too loud. Let me turn that down some more. Sorry. It is late afternoon at this point. The air around you is very thick with smoke and steam. And you are now accompanied by 2... That's the sound of metal spikes breaking out through the earth. You are accompanied now by 2 9-year-old children and a wounded dwarf, and you're about 2 miles outside of Phandalin. So...
Wait, Gundren is wounded?
He's still recovering from his wounds from where you found him in Cragmaw Castle. You have.
Oh, you mean the burns that I inflicted on him? Oh, I didn't realize he was still there.
Yeah.
Just gonna casually pat him on the back and just heal, and give some healing words just to help it.
So
looking a little rough. All right, 11.
Gundren Rockseeker is a commoner too. He's not a seasoned adventurer like you guys are. So even though you gave him healing potions and cure wound spells, it's still a lot for just a regular townsfolk to have been through too. So he's okay. He's gonna make it, but he's an old guy. He's gonna be sore for a while, and that's okay. So this is fun. Courtesy of our friend Red Platinum, 2 things happen at once now, almost simultaneously. First, this is the fun one. Your backpacks all grow just a few ounces heavier as potions magically materialize inside them. So, let's roll these. Can you guys roll a d20 and we'll see who gets what? We'll do highest first.
1.
Okay then.
Good night, good roll. Good start to the night. All right.
4.
Wow. And I will roll for
7.
7. You guys are rolling bad.
Getting them out the way.
Wow, I rolled for Tincture. She got a 3.
You see, you're rolling bad too. It's group spirit.
That's it. We'll get him out of the way for the silly stuff. Here we go. Okay, so Brutalitar rolling the highest. You get a potion of Storm Giant strength. Storm Giant meaning, yeah. When you drink this, your strength score is increased to 29 for 1 hour.
Yo.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Lofane, you get poisoned.
I get a potion of poison.
Yeah, it was on the list. You don't have to drink it. You can apply it to a weapon if you want and use it that way. But yeah, you get a vial of poison.
Sure. All right.
Tincture, we'll just make a note of this for her. She gets a potion of greater healing. And Geoje, you get a potion of invisibility.
On that one, bet.
I had him in a list, so basically I just ran down the list is all. Okay. Let's do rollies one more time, and we'll see who's affected by this wild magic surge.
Okay. 3.
Jeez.
2.
Oh my god. Tincture got a 1.
13.
13. Okay.
Oh man.
She's not here. She's
You can't do that.
yeah, we can't do that to her.
She's just quietly taking care of the kids for now.
That works.
All right, so Lofane, kind of wafting the smoke and steam out of your eyes, you look into the pit and you see yourself. This haunted elemental version of yourself emerging from this gash in the ground. Looks like you, but your shape is formed out of water. But you recognize yourself immediately. It's like looking in a mirror, but you can see through you because the figure of you is made from water. And you, the other you, hovers about a foot above the ground and kind of hovers and comes closer to you. And then he stares at you with this horrified expression and just empty, pupilless eyes. And he raises a finger to you. He points to you, opens his mouth, struggling to speak. You see him try a little bit, and you hear like the watery sounds, like burbling as he tries to find his voice, and finally you hear it very faintly. Our time is coming soon. You must beware of the black spider. Beware, or we both shall perish. And then the other you suddenly collapses in a puddle, disappears. But because you've had this vision, you now have advantage on your next death saving throw.
Okay. Thank you, disciple of the water. Okay, now that we've gotten all that taken care of, we've saved these children from this pit, and I'm I'm thinking we need to go to Phandelver, because that tiny hut, if we had it in this situation, would have been no problem. So let's go get our tiny hut. How's that sound?
Yeah, absolutely. These children, sorry, Captain, just call them like I sees them, should be a little bit more wary of what they do next time.
You mean saving your life? You're welcome.
Are you both fit to travel?
Oh, heck yeah. We're good, right, Pippa?
And Captain Glittersword's friend just kind of like nods, looking very shell-shocked.
They're not injured, are they?
No, they're a little like, have a little bit of soot on their faces, but they don't look hurt.
Okay. I'm gonna look to everyone and start heading towards town.
This way. Let's make haste.
Okay. In order to head towards town, what you'll have to do is probably cut through the forest a little bit, through the Neverwinter Wood, because even though the pit has kind of collapsed onto itself at this point, the Tribor Trail is just not traversable. It's... yeah, a huge chunk of the ground has just fallen away. So it'll take you a little bit out of your way to cut through the woods and then back around onto the Tribor Trail, but it's doable. It adds another half hour onto your travel, but you can make it to Phandelver around nightfall at this point, just before the sun goes down. Traveling with these little kids slows you down a little bit, but you can make it into Phandelver, and you notice a couple things as you enter the town. Now that the fire's out, I'm gonna put Syrinscape back up again. As you make your way into town, you notice maybe 2 or 3 people in the street that look like they're stumbling, like trying to keep their balance with their arms around one another. And it also seems strangely quiet. Last time you were in town, there seemed to be like a bustling of a lot of people. This is a pretty lively town, but it seems like a lot of people are not here in the streets anyway. Maybe they might be indoors somewhere. You're not sure.
Is everyone?
Is everyone?
Where is everyone?
Oh, I
Do
see.
you know?
And I'm gonna look towards Pippa and Captain.
Do you know where everyone is?
Oh, yeah. A lot of the grown-ups went to look for water because there's something wrong with our water. It just... we started getting it out of the well and it was all black. And so they went to see if they could find fresh water from the river. Some of them went to Leyland.
Lothane, have you ever encountered black water?
Lothane, you heard?
Oh, I'm glitching out? You guys were glitching out.
Oh, my bad. I asked, have you ever encountered black water? Yeah, he's glitching out.
Oh no.
Um,
He's thinking really, really deeply.
he has a vision. Okay.
He has. Stone, can you hear us?
I have a bad connection right now.
Okay. He has seen the black water in a vision one time. In one of his recent near-death experiences, he had a vision of like black ichor seeping through clean water. But he's never seen it in person.
Then can you show us some of this water?
Yeah.
Or maybe where the water reservoir may come from. You probably won't know.
I can show you where the well is.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's always some sort of source or nearby water source where the water comes from, right?
I don't know.
How that
It's
works?
the bottom of a well. I don't know.
Oh, we lost him.
And we found him.
Hey.
Hey, I'm back. Well, I heard something about water. We need to fix it.
So, Lofane, Brutalitar asked you if you had ever seen black water before, and you have. You were very recently, while unconscious, given a vision from maybe your deity where you became aware that there was black, oozy ichor infecting an underground water source far from Phandelver at the time.
Is it the same ichor that was on my boots in my vision? Does it sound the same?
Yeah, when you two describe to each other what you saw, it does sound like it's a similar thing.
Good. So do we know where to find this black water?
I mean, it's at the well.
Lead the way, Captain.
Okay.
She kind of like goes skipping down the main road to the south part of town.
I look to Gundren though, before we go anywhere else, and I'm like,
Are you okay from here? Or do you need further assistance while we look into this black water?
I mean, I'm good, son, but if you can just point me to Solda, do you know where she's taken up residence?
We
Captain,
probably should check in with Silda before doing anything else. They might have, she might have more information on what's been going on since we've been gone.
And then it was the town doctor, right, that wanted us to, or the... Yeah, was she the doctor?
No, Garel is the healer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She got her as well.
So,
but I am very interested in this water.
I mean, it's a small town. We could do both, or we could do split up. It's up to you guys. I don't care either way.
Well, I'll go to the well right now.
All right. Well, then let's find Silda first, since that's one of the main people we need to speak with. So.
Okay. Lofane, are you going to the well on your own?
No, I'll go with them.
Okay, so you remember that Silda Hallwinter had kind of set up base in the Town Master's Hall near the middle of town. You make your way along this dirt path and just almost completely empty streets. Let yourself into the Town Master's Hall, and you see two things. One, you remember this fat human man with his pants like almost bursting at the waistline. He's tipped back so far in his chair that he looks threatening to just topple over backwards on it, and he is snoring so loudly right now that you heard it from outside.
I want to insight check something after Geoje does this.
Okay.
I'm gonna mage hand just that little bit left needed to topple him over.
As you do, this fat man just hits the floor so hard that you all feel it vibrating underneath your feet with a boom. And he doesn't wake. You see him just, and he just kind of rolls over and just like snugs himself up on the floor and just keeps snoring.
So I wanted to do this before. I'm trying to discern, is this man competent or not? And I kind of just watch everything that happens with Geoje, and I'm just analyzing the situation.
You can make an insight check for that.
Okay. The 13.
13. You have never seen him do anything remotely courageous or wise or really to the benefit of the town. No. He seems to be more of a figurehead. Silda, who she just kind of set up shop here when you guys arrived, seems to have been like more in charge of the place by now.
I'm going to go ahead.
Well, she's here too. She's at a second desk a little bit farther back in front of like a makeshift jail cell. She set herself up at like a little table, and she gets to her feet when she sees you guys come in, cranes her neck a little bit to see if the town master's okay, and then she starts walking towards you with open arms.
I'm going to stand over him with flames in my mouth and just tell him,
Get up. There's work to be done.
and I'm trying to scare the shit out of him because I have flames and everything in my mouth as I go to wake him up.
Make an intimidation check.
11.
He goes back to sleep. He briefly wakes up his eyes, looks startled, and goes back to sleep on the floor. As you get that close, you are able to smell alcohol on him, like a lot of it.
Ooh.
I look to Silda, and I look down at him
With
a disappointed look.
It's a long story. She goes and extends her hand like to shake hands with you guys. I am so glad to see you all alive. We heard rumors that some of you might not have made it. I'm glad to see it wasn't true.
We're all here with a couple extras. I push the children toward her.
Where were you two? Your mother's been looking for you. Pippa, please go back to the tavern. Your mother's a word sick.
I'll take her there. That's fine. Yeah, I'll let you guys have your conversation, figure out what you need to figure out, and
I look at Geoje. Never split the. As he walks out.
Geoje, Pippa eagerly takes your hand and like clutches it tightly. You feel her like hand trembling a little bit, and Captain Glittersword like takes her sword and leads the way in front of you. She takes off on a march to like show you where to go, even though you know perfectly well where to go. So Brutalitar and Lofane, you are here with Silda and an unconscious town master. Please sit. We certainly have news here. How was it where you were? What of Cragmaw Castle?
It was a treat. We have our our patron here.
Hello, old friend. It's so good to see you. I was worried you'd been killed. And you see the two of them. Oh no, I'm fine. You know it takes more than that to kill old Gundren. She gives him picks him up in a big hug. Oh, your beard. Oh, no, your poor beard. he points to the town master. Can I have some of what he's having then, eh? Oh, yeah, no, why didn't you follow Geoje to the tavern? That's all we have. Go ahead. Okay, thanks, kids. I'll be in the inn. You take care now. Oh, no, wait, I owe you money. Okay. Silda's got you covered. She'll pay you each. You got me covered, right? Okay. I'll be in the inn. I'll catch up with you kids later.
Like the way he does business. Not even here to witness that. That's wonderful.
Lofane here and I are quite interested in this black water. What do you know?
Interested's one way to put it, I guess. The kids found it in a puddle outside the Alderleaf farm. At first, it was seeping up from the ground. And then later that day, we went to refill the troughs for the animals. And there's, I don't want to call it oil, but just some kind of goo. We couldn't filter it. The water's just undrinkable at this point. We tried the stream farther up the Neverwinter Road. All the water we found so far, just infected with whatever it is. It smells like fire. It's hard to explain. Like sulfur, I guess? We sent a search party, 3 of them in different directions, just to try and find a new clean water source, because if we can't find it, we need to leave the town. We're hoping we can find some in Leyland, maybe out in the woods, back in Neverwinter. I don't think that...
Geoje made a point earlier. He was asking about the water's source. Do you know how to find the source of the water here?
We have 2 sources.
I can give it a shot.
We have 2 sources of the water here. We have a well, or they have a well, and also it feeds from the river flowing through the forest. And as far back, at least a mile out, that's the last the search party reported, the whole river seems to be infected.
But where does the river come from? And the well?
I suppose it would come from the Sword Mountains? Let's see, this time of year, the ice melt? Yeah, it'd be coming from the Sword Mountains.
Could I do a nature check to fact check her?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I like to fact check people.
Don't presume to know more nature than me, Lopane says.
5.
Lofane opens Google. It makes sense to you. Yeah, at this time of year, the snowpack would be starting to drip out of the Sword Mountains and feeding the river, and you'd know that would flow here to Phandelver, so it makes sense.
Okay. Yes, I believe it comes from those mountains. That's what I say.
Do you all need to replenish? We don't have water, but we have fruit juice from the Eatermath orchard. Probably enough to last for a few more days at least, maybe a week. Many of our town's residents have chosen to just hit the ale, but those of us that want to keep our wits about us have gone for the apple juice.
Well, I'd like to run some tests. I want to see if I can extract water from the black water, like clean water,
Okay.
potentially. So, yeah, I'll tell her this. Like, I'd like to look at this black water to see if I can find any more. See if there's a way to extract it. Maybe we can get some water for the village in the meantime before we fix it completely.
We'd love to have you try. We have a bucket right over there, just outside the door, if you want to take a look.
Yeah. And I will do my cantrip.
What cantrip is it? Shape water?
There is shape water. I don't know if that would do it though. I can create or destroy water.
You can create water.
I can. It's like a little spell.
In a
So I
town
could
where
just do
people are dying
that.
of thirst.
Yes, I understand the implications here. Let's see. Yeah, I can create how much water? 30 feet. That can't be right. 10 gallons of clean water.
I'm just saying, we can charge them like triple the price. No, I'm kidding.
Heroes of
I wonder.
Phandelver, indeed.
Wrong character, Marcel. Wrong character.
Oh, sorry.
Wrong character, right? Well, I'll dump this black water out and then create 10 gallons. Will that fit in the bucket?
It will not, but just outside the townmaster's hall, there is a horse trough. And right now it looks like it's been emptied for this reason. So you could fill up the horse trough and easily put 10 gallons of clean water in it.
Okay. And I imagine, like, with shape water that I might be able to extract the water from it. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because I want to try, like, with the black water to extract the pure water as well. More for my own edification, less for...
What you see, it's not like oil and water. What you see in the bucket that they pulled out of the well, it looks like it's been mixed up the same way you couldn't get food coloring out of water. Just from the little you would know that you would probably need something like purify food and drink for this, and not just shape. So yeah, the black ichor responds just as much as the water does when you kind of try and manipulate it.
Okay. Well, I'll go to the trough and fill it up with 10 gallons of water using create water.
Silda has followed you guys outside and sees you do this and just touches her hand to her heart. You really are the heroes of Phandelver, aren't you? Thank you so much. You should sustain us for at least a few more days. I don't suppose you can do it again, can you?
I can, but I might need a nap afterwards. I can do it 2 more times even.
That would help a lot, and...
So I'll create 30 gallons of water.
This is wonderful. Thank you. Talia and some of her people have been setting up rain collectors. We're not sure if the rain is clean or not, but we hope so. But this will certainly subside us until the next rain. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'd love to get to the bottom of this black water. But in the meantime, I'd like to talk to the healer.
Oh, sure. She's home. She's one of the few sober ones left. Please feel free.
I'll scoop up some water for her, bring it to her place.
She'll appreciate that. Yes, son.
Before we go, who told you that we had died?
The goblin you adopted came back into town yesterday and said that he saw both of you die, actually.
Really? Any details on like how we died? Because I'm curious.
I think he said it was hobgoblins and swords. I was a little unclear on the details. He's been hiding under his new family's bed since then.
I see. He obviously didn't see me turn into a grizzly bear and take care of them.
He didn't mention that, but he clearly didn't have all the information, and I couldn't be happier.
Well, I'm glad we're here too.
We would have had a very nice funeral for you, just so you know.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
As long as there's dancing.
Lofane, as you're having this conversation, you see Drip has stuck his head into the freshwater trough and has started like helping himself, like lapping it up.
Oh, scratch his head, be like, good boy.
And you see that Sister Garael, a little farther down the road, is already out and about, and she's tending to her shrine.
Okay, I'll approach her with the water and say, "Hey, how are you? We got you some clean water."
Hey, hello, friends. It's so good to. Oh, you haven't died. Oh, it's so good. Where did you fix the water? Were you able to fix it, or did you bring it from out of town?
I created it myself.
I wish I had your magic.
I'll shoot water some of it out of the bucket and have it hover above me.
Oh, she looks nervous that you're gonna drop it. That's incredible. I wish I had magic like that. I don't suppose you were able to stop in Conaberry.
We did go to Conanberry.
How did that go?
It went well, and I'll look to Brutalitar, the hopes that he procures whatever quest item we were supposed to get.
It was information of which where artifact was last seen, and Brutalitar would know the information, but Marcel has slipped the mind of the information. Geoje, you want to give me all you?
Yep, I got you. It would be Sir Noth. It was traded to a necromancer, Sir Noth, about a century ago.
There you go.
It was traded to a necromancer, Sir Noth, about a century ago.
Century ago. That's perfect. Thank you. That's enough for us to go on. That's tremendously helpful. Thank you both so much. Well,
I just give a deep nod.
Deal's a deal. Here, allow me. And she takes this ring. It's very big. She's had it on her index finger and it even looked loose on that. But she extends it to whichever one of you wants to take it.
I'll look to Lofane.
I'll take it.
Excited, yeah.
I just picture Lofane behind. Gimme.
There's a couple things you should know, if I may. And she takes your hand, Lofane, and starts walking with you in a big circle, in about like a 20-foot in diameter circle. Whoever you want to be safe in your hut needs to be inside the circle when you cast. Or they won't be able to get in once the hut has been created. So, and as you're walking, I want you to close your fist and imagine a sphere. And she gestures to you, Brutalitar, to come closer to make sure you're within the circle.
I imagine the sphere.
Okay. And Lofane, as you imagine it, this curved dome of, it looks like soft frosted glass appears around all of you. It's this half sphere, 20 feet in diameter. And Sister Gorel kind of smiles and nods, and she says to you, magic can't pass through it in or out. You can still be heard, but you can't be seen. It's not see-through on the outside. And watch this. Darkness! And even though it's sunlight outside right now, well, it's like sunset, but there's still plenty of sunset, it looks like it's nighttime inside your dome right now, like the lights have gone out. And watch. Daylight! And the darkness vanishes, and you have enough light to see by right now, as though it's the middle of the day.
Mm.
So please...
You said it's only resistant to magic damage, correct? Or is it all damage? That's what I thought.
I don't think anything can pass through, as far as I know. Maybe don't test the if more than you have to, but I think...
Is there a limit? Like, can he take it down and put it right back up again, or does it have like a cooldown?
It lasts for 8 hours, and you can only use it once a day, so be careful. And whoever's wearing the ring, if they leave the dome will disappear. So they have to stay inside it as long as it stays up. The rest of you can leave. You can go in and out, but if he is wearing it, he needs to stay. I hope you use it in good health, my friends.
This will be very useful. Thank you so much. I'm excited about it.
You're welcome. I hope it fares you better than me. Huh. There's been more occurrences like the bonfire before. There's been even more of that in town.
What kind of occurrences?
No more fires, thank Lady Luck, but one of the children had, it looked like metallic skin for a while, for an afternoon, and then one of the tavern patrons lost all their hair. It has not grown back yet, and then Old Man Reese, I know he doesn't like being called that, but he found himself teleported on top of the roof of the tavern. It's been strange.
I don't know what to say about that.
Have you been affected of anything of the sort?
We have had some strange things happening, but I don't know if it's connected.
Strange.
We tend to put ourselves in harm's way, where this village seems to be pretty stationary, and something might be coming after it. This black water is a good sign of that, I think.
I have gotten word from my network in the Harpers. This person that they call the Black Spider, we've heard that she may have orchestrated the attack on the Rockseeker brothers and may have already found whatever cave that he and his brothers were looking for. Some of the Harpers were going to send a party in that direction to find it, but no one except Gundren knows where it is.
Well, this black spider has caused trouble for us in the past, as you know, with the red brands. If the red brands are the pawn of this black spider, I'm sure he's creating some major havoc for everybody around him, particularly to our lovely water, of which cannot be forgiven.
They could very well be.
Hurt the people, go ahead. Per my water. Ooh, bitch.
It's bigger than the people, bruh.
This strangeness does seem to have started around the same time that we first heard the name Black Spider. It may very well be connected. But I think now you know what we know. Probably more.
Okay, well, thank you kindly. I think we'll meet up with Gundren and Geoje and the tavern.
Would you like a blessing before you go?
Yes, sister.
She goes to reach into the little fountain in her shrine just out of impulse so she can like splash it with a little bit of water, and then sees that it's just full of black goo and retreats her hand. Let me just try this. And she does a little hand gesture. May the blessings of Tamora be upon you. And you feel just like a soft warmth in your chest, and you can both re-roll your next stat one.
Excellent.
All right, and I
Well,
will
thank you, sister.
give a nod
Thank you, friends. You out.
and head out.
So you head.
And I leave the bucket there, of course, for her.
Wonderful. You see her take it into her home. Okay, so you
I'll
head
head,
to the
I
tavern.
guess, towards the tavern.
Okay. It looks like most of the people that have been missing from this equation are currently in the tavern, but a lot quieter. It doesn't feel like a rowdy Saturday night or anything. They just look like a lot of people very, very deep in their cups, and some of them are slumped over the tables, just passed out. The only people you see that look completely with it are Geoje, the two kids that are currently spinning on bar stools as fast as they can, and then the two women that own the place. Well, met friends, would you like some apple juice or ale? It's all we got.
I just discovered that create or destroy water is actually a first level spell, so I have a few more slots available.
Fantastic.
And so I would like to ask the bartender, I have water. Do you have something I can hold it in? I assume you do, given you are a tavern.
Absolutely. Hang on. And she runs back to the kitchen and comes back out with like every pot they own. Please, please, please. Oh, the gods.
Okay.
Did you bring my daughter home?
Did you not see me walk through the door a few moments ago? Yes, she was in peril danger.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you all so much. I'm sorry. It's just been such a busy week and we can't keep track of Pippa or her friends or... Thank you all. Anything you want to eat, drink, if you want to stay here tonight, it's all on the house, please.
Of course.
Well, excellent. As I fill up all of these pots and pans, I'll do 30 gallons for the city.
Wonderful. And it does take like every pot and pan they have, but they look thrilled.
And I'm looking at her as I do this, and I say, I trust you won't charge for this, correct?
For the water? No, I didn't think I'd ever say this, but I just want these people to wake up and go home. They've been here since Tuesday.
I trust you. I believe that. I don't think I could handle this many drunks.
It's after the first 6 hours, it's not funny. It's just sad.
Mm-hmm. Well, this should sober them up, and I'll find somebody who's particularly rowdy and just kind of like toss a little bit of water in their face.
Why? Why, son? Why? Oh, it's not goo. Oh, thanks. All right. As he goes to say thank you, the guy who he was arguing with just like sucker punches him, and they go in a corner to kind of like tussle it out.
I'll yell out to the tavern goers and all right, you don't gotta go home, but get the hell out of here. Get some water and go rest.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna stand behind him like an authority figure as he says this.
Okay.
Just hands on my head.
Then you
25.
well, then you probably don't need to roll with advantage, but that certainly helps. Between the two of you being such an intimidating presence and what looks like the only form of authority they've seen since the last time you were in town, all of them that can stand because they are awake slowly get to their feet and pull on their jackets and stumble out. You don't have to stay here.
Well, I'd like to approach Gundren. I assume he's drinking.
He is. Yeah, he looks happy to see you. He holds up a mug of ale. Here's my friends. Did Silda give you the gold I owe ya?
Sure did not, but that's not why I'm here.
Shite. Great. Okay, sure. What can I do for you?
I'll give him some water and then say, hey, we've got it seems to be that the Black Spider is involved in this water crisis.
Oh, that makes sense.
What do you know?
Black Spider, I don't know much. I know that it's felt like people have been following me and my brothers since we made this discovery. We haven't felt safe. I know I know a lot of people work for her. I heard some things in the bugbear's room. God, what all did I hear? What all did he hear? I know a lot of different types work for her, not just the bugbears. I think they're some of the heaviest hitters. I think she's got a couple changelings that work for her. At least the one that I know of. I don't know. I don't know why, though. I guess anyone would want Wave Echo Cave. Like, they say it's one of the biggest sources of magic that ever existed, but I don't know what she's gonna do with it. We were just gonna make some money.
Probably what they want to do with it as well. I mean, more businessmen involved trying to get the next coin, no?
Tell you what, I left my brothers at Wave Echo Cave, all right? I went to Neverwinter to get some reinforcements and some supplies, and you all that were kind enough to carry them for me, but my brothers are still there. So I would be much obliged if maybe you could head there and check on them, make sure everything's okay.
Would you be coming with us to help your brothers?
I'm still feeling kind of beat up, kids. I probably need to rest another couple days before I'm ready to travel. I could if you need me to, but I might slow you down. I'll tell you what, though, once we get the mine up, if you could do this for me, we'll give you 10% of the operating profits. What do you say?
We will do this for you, regardless of the money you promise me afterwards.
Wonderful. So 2% then, and you just...
But I think 20% is what sounds more reasonable.
Okay, well, that's a bit steep, son. I mean, it's just a fetch quest, but, all right, I suppose. Make a persuasion check.
I'm indifferent about the gold, personally. But you already owe us gold.
That's true, and I'm good for it.
Light us with pounds.
I am doing no such thing. I just got robbed.
Bartering with a dwarf right now.
Yeah. And I'm an elf, and I got a natural 1 for an 8.
I think.
And you're the one that didn't get a blessing to reroll right now.
I am.
Do you have inspiration? I'm sorry. I tell a story.
Do you have inspiration? You do what you want, man. You're the player.
I have no idea.
So good.
I think.
But no, yeah, that's. 10, you're right. 10% is good. 10% is good.
10% is more than generous. That's more than enough to. It might take us some time to get it underway, but that's more than enough to set up some folks like you for life.
I would ask, though, before my compatriots decide to venture off and do this, perhaps pay them for the job that they already did before continuing any further
yes,
work
of course. Silda hopefully has my gold. If not, a couple people in town owe me money, but 50 gold each, as promised. And a nice tip once I figure out who's got the gold. Promise.
So just catching up. You're not giving us the gold.
I'm getting. I'll go get the gold right now. Don't even worry. You all get yourself comfortable. I'll go get the gold.
Judging by what you said, though, he probably should. He should have an escort at all times.
I mean, I'll take an escort.
I'll go.
Because I'm already standing. On the way in, I would have put my weapon on the weapon rack if they would have had one there. So upon saying that, I'll bonus action summon it and just like I'm back on duty again, just be like, I'll go summon it.
Yes, you're the one I want to come with me. Please and thank you. All right. Brutalitar, if you're following him, then you find he makes his way back to the Town Master's Hall, has a quiet conversation with Silda, and you see them exchange coins. But
as we're walking, I would ask him,
Listen, I'm less interested in the gold. Could we arrange that you forge me a weapon?
As I'm saying this, I'm showing him the Tresendar sword.
You forge me a weapon of my own to forge my own path, so I don't have to build my name off someone else's.
absolutely, son. I'm not the one who's too good at that. My brother Nundro's more like the one that's good at the forge. I'm more of like a miner. But once we find him, absolutely, yes. Nice magic weapon to suit you and all your gloriousness, for sure.
That was a little racist, Brutalitar, by the way.
which part?
Assuming that he could work on your weapon.
Oh. It's better than thinking he's a drunk.
While they're gone, I'm going to begin drafting up a contract so that way Gundry can sign it and make sure that everybody in the party gets the deal that he presented for them, so that way nobody gets fucked over.
Okay.
Contract master.
Okay. It doesn't take too long, but within half an hour, both Brutalitar and Gundren would reemerge in the tavern, and you see he's got the dwarf has a pretty hefty pouch of coins blinking under his cloak. He hands it over to you, Geoje, and when you count it, you find that there's 300 gold pieces in it, which is more than he originally promised the party.
I don't know why you're handing this to me. This original deal was for them.
Sorry, you were just the one being so adamant about it, and he just set it on the bar in front of all of you.
I just wanted to make sure my boss and his people were getting paid properly. That's all. The job that they did.
Subcontractor.
But since we're talking,
gotcha.
Yeah, but since we're talking about it, I have devised a contract here to make sure that it's not just a handshake deal, that it's all on the up and up, so that way everything can be good. And I'll call over Tobin. Would you mind being a witness for us?
Yeah, sure. If that's what you want. What is this?
It's just formalities, a simple contract for so services are being exchanged, and I want to make sure that my compatriots here get the things that they have been promised.
Geoje, make an insight check.
Oh, that's cocked. It's not much better. What is it? Insight 7.
7. Gundren looks a little apprehensive. Definitely was not expecting that. Oh, and guess what, you guys? Maeve showed up, and she just gave somebody advantage.
Hey
girl, hey.
Thank you.
Oh, hi, Maeve.
We're trying not to let you down.
I give my cut of my gold to Tink because I don't care about gold, and she can carry it.
The advantage is going to Brutalitar, so you can bank that, Marcel.
Thank you, here in spirit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tincture.
And Tincture then kind of like gives you guys a little wave and announces that she's going to check on Tresendar Manor to see how the keep is coming along and to check on her experiments. So she will catch you guys later.
Are we okay dividing this 300 by 4, 75 gold pieces each, ?
I'm cool with it.
Okay, and you said that you gave your share to Tank, giving her 150 gold?
giving her 145. I'm keeping 5. Just,
Okay,
you know.
so we'll let her
Incredible.
handle that. So Geoje, you can mark up 75 as we would hand you 75 gold pieces.
Ah, wonderful. Thank you.
At this point, it is later on in the evening. The tavern keepers have fed you a very nice meal, and it's so nice to eat at a table instead of around a campfire for the first time in several days. Just some goat stew they were able to prepare because you gave them actual water to cook with. Set bread, cheese, a couple fixins. It's been nice. Anything else you'd like to do for your evening? Oh, give the DM advantage. Hell yeah. Thank you.
That's rude.
Traitor.
Traitor.
As we're having this conversation and after Tink took off, I'll like, Tink's got a point. We should just go sleep in the manor, get things cleaned up, whatever we can. To maybe do our part to, if we're going to keep it and make it our own little space, we might as well sleep where we shit, so to speak.
I mean, I shit in the woods.
Kind of look to Lofane. Like,
Do you turn into a bear when you do so, or is that
Sometimes.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know. He brought it
It
up.
depends.
He said he shit in the woods.
If it's
so-
feeling like a big one, that's what I do. Is I change into a bear to, compensate.
And I'm sorry, I have to ask because I've been around. I've been to a couple carnivals and I've seen like some of the paddles that an elephant shits at. Do you ever just like turn into an elephant and just
Hearing
drop a-
that, I facepalm and I walk towards wherever
Again.
the group lives.
Again, it depends. But
Fair.
yes, I do.
fair? Huh. You're an odd fellow. Anywho,
Yeah, he's the odd fellow.
He's the one pooping in the woods. Jeez.
I'm sorry. Has Geoje just been like holding it till he got back to town? Is he that kid? Noble kids that hold it up the whole time on field trips.
We told him he was full of shit one day. Literally.
Oh man, at Boy Scout camp trips, I would hold it the whole time
Mm-hmm.
growing up. But anyways, that's neither here nor there.
And we're a little bit closer now as friends. Go ahead.
The real treasure was the poop stories we heard along the way. Okay, so you guys want to make your way to Trezendar Manor? Check out your keep? Is that what's happening? What's happening?
I think that sounds good.
All right, so night has fallen. You are now able to go down the main road, past the inn that I definitely remember the name of. The Sleeping Giant Inn. Yep, I know Phandelver. I have it memorized. You don't have to go in the back way like you did when you were infiltrating. You own the place now, so you just walk in through the front door, basically. All the traps have been disabled. All the bodies that you left in your wake have been hauled out, fortunately, and it looks like in your absence, many of the townspeople have done a pretty nice job cleaning this place up. It still looks like a bandit hideout for now, but the yucky parts, like there's no rotting corpses, there's everything, all the chaos you left in your wake has mostly been cleaned up by now. A couple of the beds have been made in some of the bunk barracks that they were using before, and there's even in, I want to call it like their break room too, where you killed a couple while they were playing a card game. A couple of fresh casks of like salted meat, and you find there is a clean water barrel here that someone brought in and no one else remembered when they were looking for water. So you do have some supplies here, and it is reasonably comfortable.
I almost don't even want to fix the house upstairs. I mean, like, what's even the point? We got a whole underground base right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Why not have both?
Right, I mean, I guess you got a point. You know any carpenters? I mean, anybody?
I know many skilled dwarves.
So when do you guys said that you went and talked to Gorell and gave her the info. Did she have anything else important that may or may not help us with this wild magic craziness? Did she have or this nasty ooze? Which reminds me, I did see something similar when I was on the brink of death near Agatha. I remember looking down in my dream or out of my experience, whatever the hell you want to call it, and seeing the same nasty ichor on all over my boots. I don't know if it was a sign, if it was some type of vision. It's got to be relevant, right? Not just coincidence.
When I was having my near-death experience swimming, was that water normal or was it similar in any way?
You just recall that being regular water.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You also recall earlier today that pit that you rescued the kids from had a wall of water that was also fairly clean. That seemed to be like surging white water. It wasn't salt water though, it was something.
Okay.
Anything?
I'm just listening to them talk about their black water then.
I don't think I'm comfortable sharing my visions yet, but I recognize that there is a potential connection to the visions.
Okay.
And that's all.
Tincture kind of goes back to the wizard's workshop where those alchemical setup was, and she sets to work teaching herself some new potions and making some more that she already has. She seems very happy that she has a setup that's not out of a backpack and not talking to her either. So she'll be busy for the next several hours to a day, depending. There is also the wizard's bedroom, too, if any of you wanted to sleep bougie tonight.
Wonderful.
I'd like to go into the wizard's bedroom, and I assume that his bed has those big old shafts on the ends.
A four-poster?
Right?
Yeah, it is a four-poster bed.
I want to hang my hammock between two of the shafts.
Are we going to be bunk buddies? How wonderful. You joining us? Are you joining us, Brutalitar? I mean, might as well keep the heat in the cuddles. Puddle. Come on now.
Well, we definitely have Drip there in the bed.
I think I left something in another room.
Back out slowly.
Come on, don't make it awkward.
I'm gonna flip through into the room where Tink is, and I'm gonna ask her,
Have you ever heard of a puddle? Never mind.
I'm just gonna sit down and start reading my book.
Mr. I'm too good to cuddle.
I'm too good to puddle. It is very cozy. You all can get an extremely safe, quiet, restful night's sleep without taking watch for once and just sleeping the night through. Finally hit that long rest button.
Oh, feels so good. Oh.
Isn't there there's a fountain pool in the manor, right?
It is. Yep.
There was, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that polluted?
When you go to check on it, it looks like it is.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you remember looking at this before. This was fed from rainwater coming in from the roof. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to, in the morning, early in the morning, approach this pool and sit in front of it and meditate and try and potentially conjure this vision again to kind of maybe receive some validation to see if it's connected to what is happening here.
Sure. Make a religion check.
You bet. 19.
You go deep into a trance for this Lofane, and Drip kind of like enthusiastically like nudges you. He's not sure if you're okay, and you are able to completely tune that out and connect with your deity. You recall at first, as you slip into this relaxed state, one of the first visions you had was an image of an underground source of water, and you remember like the rhythmic pounding of water on a shore. And you thought you heard it speaking to you almost, the way you sometimes do imagine that water speaks to you in a way where you just understand without words what it wants to tell you. And you remember it telling you, help. And in the vision you had last time, you remember shadows in the water. And as you pray on this a bit more and focus a bit more, you're able to envision most of the watershed of this part of the Sword Coast. Like the way humans understand that, you know, their hearts pump blood and the veins take it through their body. You understand the sources of water in the land that you grew up on and the way it all connects, from the oceans to the streams to the lakes. And you know that this original rhythmic pounding of underground water, it feels like it started in the Sword Mountains. And you remember there was a black shadow infecting it.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do with your day?
Boss, wake up, boss. Time to wake up, boss.
I was gonna say that I would have liked to be training, so I'll say that he woke me up like that.
And I'm like, you sound ridiculous.
You're hearing yourself there, buddy.
I sound nothing like that.
I know you have to act your feet out of character. I'm going to go outside and just be practicing, find like a tree that's like far off and be throwing my javelin, and then bonus action summon it back, and I'll just be out there practicing, and I'd let you guys know where I'd be whenever you're ready to do anything for the day.
Okay.
I mean, if you need some help with training, I'd gladly help, and I'll like use my mage hand to pick up a rock and just have it move along the air and try to hit this since you're chucking javelins across the way.
Make an athletics check.
Nat 20 for 20.
Holy shit. Geoje, you were just kind of fucking with them, and you were slightly blown away at the precision Brutalitar hits it with.
And then bonus action summon it back to my hand.
That's so cool. Brutalitar, do you have inspiration right now? You do, because Tincture gave it to you. Go ahead and just take a +1 to all your athletic rolls for the next, for the rest of the day, just because you did such a good job practicing in the morning.
Sweet.
Yeah. Let's see if I can remember.
Warmed up.
Yeah. It is still...
Elatar, rock breaker. Anyway.
So Tincture seems content to keep working in the laboratory, and you feel reassured that she'll catch up with you wherever you go later on. Where would you like to head for the day?
I was just about to ask these fellows. So what do you think? Should we look around town and see if we can find any maybe local source of what the issue is, or should we just take Gundren up on his wave echo offer and take care of that first? I mean, I'm with you guys for whatever. So.
Well, it sounds like Black Spider is connected to the water and also the Wave Echo Cave. So I feel like they may be one and the same, but we also know that it's coming from the source is up the mountain.
Isn't
so
Wave
it's hard for me to know.
Isn't Wave Echo Cave somewhere along the mountains? Somewhere in the mountains?
If it is, I mean, then yeah, let's do it.
I mean, again,
Before we leave, we need to stop by where Droop is, and then I'd like to see the captain before we leave.
Make sure she doesn't come looking for us again. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yes.
Okay, so you head out of your Oh my God. So you head out of your keep and you make your way to Sister Gorill's house, because the last, like what you know last is that's where that family was staying with them. I need just 1 second. Nope.
Maybe we could break real quick.
Yeah, can we take a quick break? Are you guys good with that?
Let's do that.
All right. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Chat, you make this way funnier, so thank you for being here. We will be back in just a minute. I was just... Okay, that sucks. Thank you, Matt, for mentioning that I'm muted. I'll say it again because it was worth saying, and it definitely wasn't bullshit. It was completely true. Those of you asking, no, that was not Geoje beatboxing, but he promised that if we raise $1,000 for Trevor Project, he will learn the song and perform it live for us. So thank you so much, Jesse. That's incredible and really, really generous. So.
And Jesse fulfills his promises.
Okay.
When he
All right. All right.
As we all should when we promise things on the stream.
Okay. All right.
particularly
Yes.
right?
I'm going to play it. All right. Later this month, we're going to play Phasmophobia. I don't know when. I'm sorry I've been procrastinating. It's not that I'm not going to do it. I've just
Month is half over on you.
Okay. We're going to do it.
All right.
I just don't want to, but it doesn't mean I won't. It just means I don't want to. So I will. I'm going to announce it, but not when my DM Matt is on stream, because I prefer he not know when we're playing, because he will jump in the voice channel and scare me more. Okay. Let's play D&D some more. Okay. So you've had a relaxing morning, waking up in your keep, doing a little bit of training, checking on tinctures. She's brewing up some fun new potions. Where are you guys headed?
I thought we were heading to Gorell's first, and then to go see Captain Glittersword to reinforce that she not look for us. Because, damn it, she needs to not get herself in any more trouble.
Okay. So you head to Sister Gorell's house, and the front door is open just to let in some fresh air. So as you peek your head in, you can see the Dendrar family is, again, around the breakfast table, just like you saw them last time, except this time, their new brother, the goblin, is not in the middle making a mess of things. It's just the mom, the two kids, and Sister Gorell. Looks like they're gathering over a bit of porridge. Sister Gorell stands up when she sees you. Oh, welcome, friends. Do you want some tea?
I'd love some tea. That'd be great.
Yes, thank you.
Pours you all a cup of very strong but kind of sweet herbal tea.
Is there any honey?
Oh, actually, she gets some from a cabinet. Please.
Wonderful.
Did our escort make his way back here?
The mom? Hi, hello. Yes, he did. He's under the bed.
Why?
He seems terrified. He has only come out a couple times to eat.
Take my quarterstaff and poke under the bed.
Please, don't make me go back out. No, I don't want to go back out.
Sir Droop,
What?
please come out. We'd love to have a
We're
good time.
alive.
We did not die.
Mr. Lofine is alive? He does come crawling out of the bed and just hugs you around the knees. Lofane. It was very happy to see you. I saw you die. How is possible?
I don't know why you think you saw us die. We are fine. Look at us.
If
I saw you die. You blood everywhere.
You were done for. One of you turned into little stuffed toy. You fell. I saw get up and then fall worse, and then just so much blood. I ran for help.
He's not wrong, Lofane. You did. If he was there to see that battle, you did fall quite a bit.
But I'm glad you made it back here, at least. That's good.
Me too. Where is Goblin? Did Miss Tincture make it?
Oh, she got promoted. She's now a general.
Oh,
Of all goblins.
that's incredible. She's so amazing. Drip is very sorry that he left you. He was just trying to help.
Hey, no, you had to do what you had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Respect. I'm just surprised you made it back.
So it's true.
Do you still have your weapon that we gave you?
I do.
And he pulls out the dagger that you guys gave him.
Keep it. World's crazy right now. You might need it.
I will protect my new family.
Look at the family. How do they look when they say that? When he says that?
The youngest son like spit laughs into his porridge, but doesn't look up.
How you doing over here, Droop?
I'm being very good son. Very, very good son.
This time the daughter also like spits out some porridge. Oh yeah, no, he's great.
Well, I'm glad you guys love him so much.
Yeah.
It's so nice and beautiful to see this happening.
Mm-hmm. Thank you again. You're making us a family. Okay.
You're welcome.
Glad we could be of assistance.
Where are you guys going on another adventure? Did you need to take him with you again? He could probably be really useful helping you find the next thing you need to do. Right?
Oh no, what do you think, Droop?
Now I live here. Now I'm never leaving again. Never.
I mean, maybe you could help him. I mean, you're so brave, right? You're so brave.
Hey, what do you think about living somewhere else, Droop? What do you think about guarding something for us?
I'm calling my new family. I never need to leave. Never.
It's local. It's here. It's where we found you.
In the manor?
That sounds like trauma.
I don't.
Nah.
I nudge Lofane. I give him an elbow as he says that, just like a shirt. Just.
Droop was beaten many times in the manor. It's not good memories.
Now the manor's empty, and there's nothing to worry about. There's no big evil presence lingering about.
The manor is
You couldn't
haunted.
even sleep in the wizard's bed.
The manor is deeply haunted. No one should go there.
I guess if you don't like spooky stuff, then I guess not.
Droop is very happy staying with family, but thank you.
Shrug to the mom again. Sorry.
All right. Rip off the wrappings. Droop, they don't want you in their family.
Oh,
you see his pointed eyes, or his ears just like fall.
It's not that they don't like you. You're a very nice young man. It's just they weren't ready to have any more children.
His eyes are completely filling up with tears. You see his little green lips start to quiver. And the mom springs to her feet. That's not true, Droop, honey. We love having you in our family. We love...
Is it true? You hate me.
His ears like are plastered against his head.
They don't hate you. You're just a friend, a family friend but friends go to their own homes.
He bursts into tears. Immediately his shirt is just soaked with tears, and he falls to the floor, sobbing, his face on the hardwood.
Droop has no family.
Why would you do that? What? You shouldn't have to do that. Oh, Droop, honey.
Make up your mind, lady. Do you want him or do you not want him? You know what? I walk out. Garel, if you have a moment, I'd love to talk to you. If not, I'll see you when we come back.
You made this so much worse.
Sorry, not sorry.
So much worse. You can barely hear each other conversing now over like the sobbing coming from the floor.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, I'm a horrible person.
I'm going to walk.
I'd like to. I'd be like, hey, do you have anything to hold a lot of water? I have water for you.
Sister goes, what?
Do you want water?
Oh, yes, please.
Do you have something I could put it in?
She gestures for you to follow her outside, and you hear the becomes muffled, and she opens up a rain barrel around the side of her little hut. It's empty.
All right,
Please.
I'll toss in 10 gallons from thin air.
Thank you again. Do you want coin?
No, absolutely not. Are you okay with Droop? Droop, all right here?
It's my duty to help all living things. We'll be fine.
I'm trying to get him
I
out of-
understand. Blessed be unto you. And I'll bow.
And you, brother.
You're doing so great. Keep it up.
I'm doing the best I can.
You're doing great. If you need to teach him to swim, maybe you could toss him in this barrel. So, just saying.
We would like to drink this water, but thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just trying to be helpful. I understand things can get overwhelming.
It's fine. We're all adjusting to the new Phandelver. It's fine. Best of luck on your journey.
Thank you.
So, question. This home where they are, this is Sister Garel's, like, church home?
She lives in a very small house, and her shrine is just a small rock and water structure outside the home. Phandelver doesn't really have a church yet, so this is the extent of it. And you heard just in conversation from others in Phandelver, like, this family has a place to live, but they're mourning the loss of their husband and father and kind of recovering from having been held hostage, so Sister Garel and Myrna are friends, so they're just kind of staying together for now, just for comfort. That's what you remember.
Okay.
Before Sister walks in, because I'm outside already with her, I'll just pull her aside. You're a holy woman. While out and about looking for Gundren, for the first time in my life, I found myself on the brink of death.
Oh.
To be honest, it was quite terrifying. But in that moment, I saw something, and I don't know if it was reality or illusion, or my mind played tricks on me. I was just hoping if you had some sort of insight in the matter, because it felt really real.
Well, that depends, son. Do you pray to a god?
No.
When we die, we go to the realm of who we chose to worship in this life. If the deity wants to take us in, if we've served them well. If you don't follow a deity, I'm not as familiar with that. It's possible you did not go to their plane, but perhaps a place in your own heart. No one really knows for sure. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. You've actually answered a lot more than I expected you to.
I'm happy to help. If you're looking for guidance, Lady Tamora, I feel, is a very lucky choice.
I don't know if I'm what's the word I'm looking for, worthy of being looked upon. But I'll think about it.
We are not the ones who judge our own worthiness. That comes from the outside.
I guess you're right.
Would you like a blessing, brother?
Sure. I'd love to.
She makes a gesture, touches her fingers to your chest. You feel a warmth, and you can re-roll your next nat 1.
If she closed her eyes at all while she was doing this little blessing, when she would her eyes would open, my mage hand would be floating there with 20 gold.
In front of her face?
Like between us. Like, yes, like just there waiting for her.
Thank you.
And luck be with you.
You all have done so much more than anyone expected for our little town. We wouldn't still be standing if it weren't for all of you. Keep your coin and just maybe.
Oh, this is just an offering to Lady Tamora. It's already here. It's already out. I'm not putting it back in my bag. Take it or I'm dropping it.
She kind of gently pushes your mage hand toward the little bowl on the shrine. Very, very well. Thank you.
I'm gonna like whisper under breath. Oh, you know you're just gonna go ahead and grab that out later. Come on now.
She acts like she didn't hear it. Anything else you all would like for your morning?
Yeah, before I leave Droop inside crying, I'm gonna kneel down in front of him. Yep, just waiting. And then I'm eventually gonna sit down 75 gold in a little sack, and I'm gonna say,
This is for your family as well. And should you be looking for more work, you can seek us out. Tincture, I'm sure, is looking for an apprentice.
Jalajar, he never stops crying. Like, the sobbing is still max volume, but as he's sobbing, he keeps his eyes closed and like tightly squinted. He climbs up into your lap and just just holds you around the neck like a little kid. And now he's just like crying on you. And he nods.
I pat him awkwardly because I wasn't expecting all of this.
Yeah, he stays on you until you forcibly remove him. He shows no sign of letting go.
Brutalitar, as I stay, come back to the doorway.
I think it's funny for me. I think it's funnier for me to come back out kind of like this with him still clutching around my neck.
He totally is just sobbing and hanging onto Brutalitar's neck for not just sadness, but also like overwhelming gratitude and admiration all mixed in. It's very overwhelming for such a little guy.
Yes, Geoje. You were saying.
So, did he decide what he's doing? Is he willing to join us in our brigade, or what is he doing? I'm sure.
Crying and hugging.
Like, you're not even holding him. It's
like a necklace.
Yeah. You see, Geoje, that he... Oh, wow, his strength is holding up. Yeah, he holds onto Brutalitar even tighter, but you see him shaking his head through the tears.
Come now. Collect yourself.
Myrna steps out of the house and gestures to you, Brutalitar, like, come on, it's all right. And she starts like prying Droop off of you. But he won't let go.
So I feel my armor kind of like buckling back with him.
Her kids appear behind her. No, it's okay. We love you. We do. Droop, you're our brother. Come on. And between the two of them, they manage to like grab some ankles and just wrench him off you, and you hear like just muffled sobs as they're like, "Thank you," and they take him back into the house and shut the door.
Inkja's gonna be so mad at you.
As I looked at Geoje.
Look, two things happened here. One, he learned something about himself, and two, they learned humility. So either way, everybody wins. They're keeping him around. He's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Where else do we have to go?
I looked to the group.
Captain, right?
Well, yeah, I don't think. What did you say, Gundren?
Oh, I thought you wanted to see Captain Glitter Sword.
Yeah, I'm indifferent about the captain. We can go see her though.
Yes, make
Very
sure she
fine.
doesn't follow us.
She's not hard to find, because as you step out into the road, you see her sprinting off in the opposite direction, charging after a loose chicken that's got out of its pen and like swinging her sword at it.
Can I try to grab it with my mage hand and just like lift it up?
The
Is that
chicken?
what I'm trying to make. Yes.
Yeah, you totally can. Just for funsies, make a sleight of hand check for me. We'll see how
Yeah.
how
Yeah, I just-
smooth-
I-
Face when she registered what was happening.
I got a natural 20 for 2. So what I want to do is grab it with my mage hand and like as it's running away, like it stops midair, and then obviously it's gonna freak the fuck out. I'm gonna turn it to make it look like it's threatening on Glitter Sword. And I'm kind of just toss it back at her and see what she does.
Glitter Sword looks completely invigorated, and you hear her say in this tiny voice,
Fear me, foul.
nope, that's the wrong voice. What did she say?
Fear me, foul chicken.
She swings her sword at it to attack, and oh no, she hits the shit out of it. Anybody know how many hit points a chicken has? I didn't see this. She has been practicing with this little sword for you don't know how many years, but she was ready for this moment. She smacks the shit out of this chicken, and you see its neck just break, and your mage hand's now just holding a dead chicken. You see the little girl like whirl around with her sword in hand.
I drop it because I wasn't trying to help her murder. I was trying to make her scared. But cool.
I'm gonna walk over and
Nice
Nope.
shot.
nope, I'm just gonna let this happen.
She's cheering for herself.
Captain! 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 Yeah!
I'm gonna walk up.
First mate, did you see that? That chicken had the devil in him.
Clean kill, Captain.
Thank you. Strange magic is afoot, but Captain Glittersword's not gonna let that fly in my town.
I move the chicken again, make it look like it's a zombie
my
chicken, and
God.
start chasing it. Chasing Glitter Sword like it's relentless.
Can you? Is a mage hand visible? Is your mage hand visible?
It's spectral, so I'll leave it up to you how spectral it is and how visual it is.
Okay.
But
As
It's
this
drip.
Ah, good boy. Captain Glitter Sword sees the chicken start moving, and then she throws a ridiculously protective arm to Brutalitar, like really around his waist because he's twice her size. She's like,
Stand back! It's got the devil alive inside him again!
draws her sword and just goes charging after it. Are you moving this dead chicken corpse? This went to a weird place.
Yes, I'm moving it around, like yeah.
I'm gonna pick her up, turn around, and I'm gonna proceed to stomp on the chicken and the mage hand because we have business right now, and I'm just gonna stomp on it a couple times while I'm holding the child to the other side.
Her arms and legs are flailing. Like,
No, we gotta protect this town! What are you doing? Oh, okay. Oh,
And
yeah,
I'm gonna look
I
at
think
Geoje.
I think you got it. Good job, first mate.
I leave it alone for just a moment.
Who did the chicken belong to? Because I owe them a gold piece, I think.
The devil. Chickens are supposed to stay in their coops, and this one wasn't. I think it's full of that evil magic plaguing the town.
Fair enough. We came to let you know that we are going on assignment elsewhere. So,
Okay, where are we going?
We heard that you were sending us on special assignment elsewhere.
Oh,
While
yeah.
you stay here and hold down the fort and take any further requests.
Protect Phandelver. Got it. I have to protect the town while you guys are gone. Right. Where are you going?
Absolutely.
I think it's best not to divulge too much information, as there's a lot of fears about.
He
Right.
covers
We
my
don't
mouth.
need her following.
He covers my mouth.
Understood. Okay. I'll protect the town and make sure no more evil comes out of the coops. Okay. Good luck, crew. I'll miss you.
And I'll give her a salute.
Don't follow us.
Okay, I will.
Please.
I'll take care of the town here, and you take care of everything that's not the town.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, I love you. Bye.
She just runs off down the road.
Children. Anywho. Shall we pick up our captain, and our real captain, that is, and be off?
Let's
Do we
do it.
know the location of Wave Echo, where we're headed?
You don't.
Okay, so we do need to speak to Gundren. And
Oh, I thought you guys had already figured that out. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
I neglected to receive that from him.
He just doesn't pay you. He doesn't give you the information. Who is this guy?
Right, it sounded a little shady, actually.
I think maybe he was hit too hard with the hobgoblins.
Laxey's a dwarf with only half his beard. Give him a break.
He's easy to find. He stayed at the tavern last night, and when you find him, he's eating lunch at the table. And around him are some of the most hungover looking poor sorry souls you've ever seen in your life, just like groaning. All of them like hanging on for dear life to the hair of the dog and just trying not to vomit on their table. He looks great. He looks happier than you've seen him.
When I walk in, I kind of like bite my thumb like I would to do the bait, and I cause that reverb sound to happen from my lute. It goes, just to be really loud and obnoxious when we walk in.
Hang on. The one closest to you, Geoje, does vomit on their table. They cannot handle it. Why? No. Oh, God.
Drink the water, you fools!
I'm trying. I wish I was dead.
Not the fire water.
Good morning, friends. Can I get you anything?
I'm good.
Do you need some rations for the road? I heard you might be heading out soon.
Oh, actually, yeah. Now that you mention it,
We'll get you.
Can
We'll
I
get you
also-
packed up.
yeah.
Sure.
cool.
Yeah.
I pay extra for the premium rations, like cheeses, vegetable, not really good, like fruits and vegetables, not just dried jerky and shit.
Her wife is just like writing down your order, like, okay, choosing Becker. And goes off into the kitchen and starts making some bundles for you guys while you wait.
I'm not gonna be complaining when I give her the money.
Gundren gestures you over. Hey, good morning, Hey. How'd you guys sleep last night? I had the best sleep I've had in weeks. Beds, huh? Who knew?
Yes, it can be a commodity well missed.
Oh, I don't ever want to leave mine. It was so nice. So what do you say? You gonna take me up on my offer?
What was it, 20%? I forget.
I believe it was 10, son.
Oh,
It's in writing.
okay, that's fine.
And we had a handshake on it. All right, so there's something you'll need.
No, contract that we need to finish signing, and
Oh, I thought you weren't done writing it. I don't mind.
no, it's done.
I can sign
It's
it
done.
when you
It's
get
been-
back. It's fine.
Oh
What we-
no! But before the job, we need to just get it taken care of. So
I'm gonna gesture to Geoje.
I spoke to him about my gold being in the form of magical weapon and our armor.
Yes. So your contract's null and void, but why don't you redo it on the road and I'll sign it when you get back?
Oh, slippery.
How much paper costs? Anyway.
You gotta run out eventually, eh?
Oh, absolutely. Not yet.
All right, fine. Let me see it. He extends a hand to take the contract from you. Did you put any funny business of your own in the contract?
No, this is for the Glory Maid name. This everything is on the up and up.
Mm-hmm. And does it say 10% of the mine's operating profits?
It does.
Okay.
DM's asking so she doesn't enter into a Feywild bargain.
And can I have your name? All right, this seems to be in order. You got a quill?
Absolutely.
All right.
Procure one for my jacket. Always.
Fine.
Geoje finally has his eyesight back from that wild magic surge.
All right, well, if you're heading that direction, there's something you're gonna need. He looks around furtively to make sure nobody's listening. And then he goes deep into his pack and unfurls his map to Wave Echo Cave and spreads it out on the table in front of you guys. Okay, so we found it here. And he points to the southern base of the Sword Mountains. Now there's something you need to know. The entrance is actually kind of easy to see, but you gotta remember who founded Wave Echo Cave, okay? They were the gnomes, the dwarves, and the humans, and they work together. So remember, it took 3. I need you to remember it takes 3, because that's how you're gonna get in, all right? He rolls the map back up and hands it to you guys.
I'll look to them because I don't take it, yeah.
I'll take it.
No, you're always wet. Give me this.
Oh, you're right.
I'll just put it in with the rest of my paper and quills and all my stuff.
Okay. The tavern keeper's wife comes out with a bunch of like neat little bundles of food, like hard cheeses and cured meats and breads and stuff, wrapped up in cloth and little string, and hands you each enough for about a week. It's on the house. Don't worry about it. We're just really happy to have you guys back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else you guys would like to do in Phandelver before you carry on your adventure?
I'm all set.
Okay. I think that's a...
Could I get armor for Drip?
Yeah. Okay, so you find the only guy in town that knows how to make armor, and he tells you it would probably take about a month to make it. But going into like the provision shop, asking around, you do find like a half leather hide that you're pretty sure if you re-sewed it yourself over the next couple days, you might be able to make it fit him.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll give them
Yeah.
the appropriate amount of gold.
That is 15 gold. You have that much?
Hey, Tank, could I have some?
I hope somebody's doing the math on this, because otherwise she's gonna have to rewatch the stream and just do algebra as she goes.
It was 145.
Okay.
Yeah, she took my split. I kept 5.
So
I'm
that's
asking for 10.
145.
Okay.
So 10 more would be 135. So I'll put it in the
right.
chat.
We'll leave it up to JF Messon to just text her. We can put it in the group chat.
Thanks, Tank. Appreciate it. No protest. Love it.
Yeah, she's just more
Yeah, I'll buy
easygoing
that.
than ever today for some reason.
It's assumed that I have the proper like sewing stuff. Correct.
I don't know what your proficiencies are. We can take a look, but between you and Tincture, you can probably make it work. So it'll cost you the gold. You can add a set of leather armor to your inventory, and we'll say, like, probably 2 days before bed. You got to spend at least an hour on it, like reworking it.
Excellent.
Cool. He's gonna look so badass. Okay. Anything else for you heroes?
I think that's it.
I think that's a good place to call it. Don't you? I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This, I don't know if you guys knew this, we haven't really announced it yet, but Mates of Fate actually just got a new theme song. Like, we commissioned a theme song from a band we really like, and we're working that into an animation. What a waste of money. Apparently this already exists. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much for playing. Thank you for being here. I'm almost positive we'll be back next Saturday. I gotta figure that out in Discord. Join us in the Discord if you haven't already. And it's like we always say here on Mates of Fate.
We definitely say that a lot.
We say it a lot now.